Good morning, students. So, today we are going to study the chapter The Sound of Music from your English Literature book, Unit 2, Chapter 3. So, the one you're seeing on your screen is Elwyn Glenn, and she is a deaf. So, this whole story, the whole chapter revolves around this lady, Elwyn Glenn. If you just Google her name, Elwyn Glenn, you'll come to know that she became deaf at the age of 8, and today she is a successful percussionist who can play nearly 1,000 instruments without hearing it. Just using the feel of the vibrations, she is able to play 1,000 instruments. Now let's look into the chapter. Today we'll only focus on the part 1. This chapter is divided into 2 parts. So now let's first discuss the title of the story, The Sound of the Music. Now the title itself is very interesting here. Here the author says Elwyn Glenn listens to sound without hearing it. Now we all wonder, right? We always get confused. How could one hear a sound without hearing it? But as I told you, she is able to listen the sound with the help of vibration. Elwyn Glenn was able to listen the sound although she could not hear. So the sound of the music is very relevant to this chapter. Now, God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels, for more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Read the following account of a person who fought against a physical disability and made her life a successful story. Now, someone has commented about this Elwyn. He says that although God took away her hearing power, she was an impaired, but she gave her an extraordinary thing, that was the sense of feeling. She could feel everything very deeply, far more deeply than the normal people. And that is why she was able to express music so beautifully and so well. She was a well-known multi-percussionist. She plays different percussion instruments like xylophone, drums, etc. So from here we come to know the theme of the story, and the message what we get from the story is being reflected. The story of Elwyn is a motivational story. It inspires to all the humans, even you students, to how to overcome a physical disabilities and achieve our dreams and goals just like Elwyn did. If you could recollect the chapter which you studied in the class 8, remember about the wheelchair person, the great scientist, how did he overcome in spite of being disabled? So this story is again related to him. Now the first paragraph. Rush hour crowds jostle for position in the underground and train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenagers fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than the most. She was profoundly deaf. Now, the scene here in the first paragraph is the train platform. It is an underground and there is a huge rush at the platform. People are pushing each other to get away. There is a small thin girl. It is Elwyn. Evelyn is standing at the railway platform waiting for the train. And just as she feels the vibration of the approaching train, she realizes that the train is about to come. She gets nervous and excited. This is the train that will take Evelyn to London. She is going to London to learn music, as she has got admission in the Royal Academy of Music. Now, can you think a deaf girl who's not able to hear has got admission in the Royal Academy of Music? This is one of the very prestigious college for music. It's very hard to get admission in this college, and Evelyn, being deaf, has got admission in this college. Now, basically, Evelyn belongs to Scotland. Okay, Scotland is a country in Europe, we all know. Now, life in Scotland is not as fast as London. London has a very fast life. It is urban, where Scotland has farms and countrysides. So that is why Evelyn is nervous here, because she is leaving Scotland for London, completely upside down. And she is excited also because she is doing something that she always dreamt of. She is going to the Royal Academy of Music to learn music. Now, second para. Evelyn Glenn's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glenn. Isabel Glenn is the mother of Evelyn. Now, for quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. But the time came she was 11, by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then they discovered that hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with a hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf, where everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Now, here Evelyn is 17 years of age. Now she is a teenager and she is a fresh from Scottish farm, as I said you. As Evelyn is from Scotland, which has more farms and countryside, so she was not seen as fast as life. That is why she was nervous when she was standing at the platform. Okay. Now, Evelyn could not hear, right? And this was the bigger challenge for her. Moving from a rural area to a fast life was not a small challenge. Evelyn faced much bigger challenge, that was her inability to hear. Now, slowly she started losing the power of hearing. One day she got absolutely deaf. Now, her mother, as I heard name, Isabel Glenn, the mother's name of Evelyn. Evelyn's mother recollected one incident when Evelyn was 8 years old. She says that Evelyn was waiting for her turn to play the piano, but when her name was called out, she did not respond. And her mother realized that Evelyn did not respond to her name. That means she did not hear the name being called out. Now, after this incident occurred, Evelyn lost the sense of hearing in the face. She was taken to a doctor where she was diagnosed, and she was diagnosed as the disability of hearing. It was a very gradual process. In the beginning, when she could hear partially, she managed to hide this disability from her friends and teachers. But later, it became worse. When Evelyn was 11 years old, her marks started deteriorating. Okay, that means expressing. The headmistress requested her parents to take Evelyn to a doctor, and when the doctor checked upon Evelyn, he found that the Evelyn had lost the sense of hearing. The doctor then advised Evelyn's parents that they should get hearing aids for her. You know what's a hearing aid, right? Usually old people have a small machine in their ear for them to hear clearly. So basically, hearing aid is nothing but an equipment that is fitted into your ear, and it helps a person to hear to some extent. Now, he also suggests that Evelyn should be sent to a school of deaf children. Now, when Evelyn discovered that she could not hear and that she would be sent to a school of deaf children, that she was not good as a normal children, her world became colorless. Now, this line, everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. It means that everything became colorless. It turned black. Now, what has this happened? Suddenly, it means that all of a sudden you get such a bad news. You get some news that you don't expect, and in return you see blackness all around you. This is how Evelyn responded to this news. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teacher discouraged her, but most of her teacher discouraged her, but her percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. She began by turning two large drums into different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly, I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in the different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sound and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Now, here, but Elvin was not going to give up the very first line. In spite of such a terrible news, in spite of things happening terribly around her, she decided that Evelyn was never going to give up. This shows that Evelyn had determination. Although Evelyn got such a shocking news, still she was determined and she did not want to give up. As Evelyn was passionate about music, this news also did not break her. She was determined to live her life like a normal people, like a normal child, and follow her interest in music. When Evelyn saw a girl playing the xylophone, she also wanted to play. She also got attracted and she wanted to learn it. Now, on one hand, Evelyn's teacher kept on discouraging her because they knew that she could not hear, and hearing was really important. We all know hearing is very important part of music. But there was one teacher named Ron Forbes. He saw that Evelyn was very passionate about music, and so he decided something for him. He found out that there is a potential in Evelyn that could be encouraged. So what Ron Forbes thought, that he would teach Evelyn to feel music. He took two large drums and he turned them into different notes. Drums are musical instrument, and he tuned them. He tuned each drums to different notes so that the sound produced by the drums were different. Now you know what is the notes, right? The sound, the music what is being recorded, or the music which we produce to a particular instrument is notes. Okay, we usually follow the notes of the music to play the instruments. So now drums, so the sound produced by the drums was different, both the drums. So it was distinct. Now both the drums made different sound. He told it to Evelyn, and he told her to feel it, not to hear it. Try to feel it with different senses of her body. He's now as he started training Evelyn, now as he started training Evelyn, now Evelyn's body was able to sense the notes of the drum through different vibrations at the different parts of the body. As in, the Evelyn's body above the waist, she could feel the higher notes of the drum, and the lower part of her body, the lower waist, she was able to feel the lower notes of the drum. So using the sense of vibration, when she was able to feel on her body, she was able to record the musical notes into her mind. Now the teacher Ron Forbes taught Evelyn to respond to different sounds. Different parts of Evelyn's body responded to different sound. He made her trained in such a way that every part of her body responds in different way. Okay, now that she's able to identify the sounds and different vibrations. Now, once she could um identify it, she was able to overcome and bring Elvin forward to a bigger opportunity. Evelyn's career went up as she had determination and became famous. A good musician, and she also did a lot of hard work, and consistency and determination was the key element behind her success. Now, the next para. She never looked back from the point onwards. She touched the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music herself. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performance. At the end of her 3 years courses, she had captured most of the top awards. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and you know where you are going, you'll get there. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2 hours discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beard gave me trouble. She laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. Because that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Now, here you could see Evelyn playing xylophone. Now, this paragraph, if you see the first line, it says she never looked back from that. Once Evelyn overcome the hurdle, she started sensing the different sound through different parts of her body. She progressed into her career. So Evelyn toured to the United Kingdom and performed the youth orchestra. By the time Evelyn reached the age of 16 years, she had decided to make music herself. Evelyn gave an audition for the admission of Royal Academy of Music. Remember at the start we studied about the Royal Academy, right? And her score was the highest in the history of Academy. No other person had scored such a high score as Evelyn did. So initially, Evelyn performed in a group and she got well in her music. As she got confident, she started performing alone, solo performance. She had achieved all the top awards by the time she had completed her 3 years course at the Royal Academy of Music. If anyone says that Evelyn has done something great, she does not acknowledge that. She is very humble and down to earth. Now, this is very important point to be noted. Though she was so famous, she was awarded, she was be respected. In spite of anyone come and impressed her, greeted her, she never got like she never got impressed with such things. She was always a down to earth person. She was always humble and kind. What she believed was determination, hard work, and consistency. Now, Elvin actually says that two important things for success are firstly hard work and secondly aim. She says that if you work hard and you have an aim, a target which you have to achieve, then you will definitely achieve it. So Evelyn also achieved her goal. She worked hard and she had an aim to become the topmost, the most famous, the most sought after musician of the world, and she did that. She gained mastery of almost 1,000 musical instruments and she is the most popular multi-percussionist of the world. She has a very busy schedule. She has programs and concerts all over the world. Now, the writer took Evelyn's interview, which lasted for 2 hours, and Debo says that Evelyn never missed a single word that she spoke. Evelyn says that those men who have long, huge, bushy beard give her trouble. Why do they give her trouble? Because when they speak, she cannot see their lip movement as their lips are covered with bushy beard. Now you could see that how Evelyn used to hear and respond. Evelyn says that she does not only see the lip movement of the person's face to make out what the person is speaking, but she sees the whole face. That means the entire expression of the face of the speaker makes Evelyn identify or to know what the person is saying. She adds the expression of the eyes, helps Evelyn to make out what the person sitting in front of her is saying actually. Now, here the writer also says that Evelyn's speech is flawless and she has a Scottish accent as she belonged to Scotland. Now, Evelyn responds that she can speak clearly because she learned the language when she was till 11, because till 11 she was able to hear. But after becoming deaf, Evelyn also learned two new languages. She had learned French and basic Japanese. So no wonders that how could she learn these two languages also despite of deafness. There is no wonder in that. Because till 11 she was able to hear and she was able to study the words and the alphabets. So here Evelyn explains that how she identifies music in the next paragraph. Okay. Okay, so for today we'll start till 6th paragraph. The 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th paragraph I'll be teaching you the next video. Okay, thank you class.